Well, welcome everybody. They're here in projects. There is a bounties board here, so anyone that wants to pick a bounty or work on something should check here. We have some open bounties. For today, I have a presentation. We are going to learn kill switch plus the Telegram integration. For the kill switch, there are some things that you should know. It's very easy when you are using scripts to add a kill switch feature. So, well, there are two main things. The first one is that we will need to add a condition because kill switch will be something like, hey, if this happens, stop the bot. I don't know, suppose that the volatility is greater than this percentage, or you have a signal that says that the market is going down and you are trading. Well, if that's the case, you will probably want to stop the bot. Also, if you want to use or if you want to have a custom shutdown, you can override the method that I added the last releases, one of the last release that is on stop. So the workflow will be, if this happens, Hummingbot application stop, and then in the method on stop of the script, you can do a custom shutdown. Suppose that you are doing market making in, I don't know, Ethereum, USDT, and while the bot is running, you want to have the assets. If something happens, you want to stop the bot, but you want to sell all the Ethereum. Well, that is what you can code inside the onStop method. So this is about the kill switch feature. Now I will do a quick demo. This script example that is already available in the code base is an example of a bot that is just doing 3 buys and then stop. Yeah, I will show you 2 examples in the code base that is doing that. So, and if anyone has a question about this, we can review it. But essentially, this script, it has like an counter, and every time that you receive a message that the order was created, it's going to add 1 value to the counter. So if when the orders created is equal to orders to create, that means that I created all the orders that I need, the bot is going to stop. So this is like the fancy kill switch feature that we are looking at. That was not so fancy, it's like some common thing. But essentially, this is what is doing that the bot stops. So in this case, as you can see here, the condition is that I create all the orders that I need. But for example, if here you can check if, I don't know, price is greater than X, you can do the same. Hummingbot application, that main application, that stop. Obviously, I don't have price or X. It's just an example. But this will do the same. So this is like the part that will let you do like the kill switch. When this happens, the bot will stop. So imagine that we are doing this on Binance Paper Trade. Suppose that we are doing Binance Paper Trade, and here says what is exactly doing is getting the mid price and buying an amount of Ethereum, right? So, well, it was cool on Paper Trade. Buying an amount of Ethereum. If we want to sell all the assets that we bought when the bot starts, we can add the method def on stop, and this method will be executed after when we call this stop command here. So here you can do, I don't know, you can sell all the assets, rebalance, inventory. Well, you can do like a bunch of stuff inside this method. So just to summarize, now I'm going to run this, but just to summarize what we learned from the kill switch is that if we want to stop the bot, we want to do a custom shutdown, we should be using this method that is did create by order. Sorry. The method stop from the main application. This is like the command stop. So we are importing the Hummingbot application, and we are saying if this happens, main application dot stop. That is like executing from the command line, from the terminal, the stop command. And the next thing that you can know that you can use is the onStop method of the strategy that is specific for each strategy, that if the bot is stopped by any reason, will do something special. Like, for example, rebalancing inventory, sell, I don't know, whatever you want to do in a custom shutdown. So, well, for example, let's run this. There is another example in the codebase that is a download candles example that it also has the stop, Hummingbot application stop when all the candles are collected. That is another example that you can check too. So we can do start scripts by only 3 times example. And as you can see, this example is going to, well, subscribe, create order, and then stop command initializes, and this one that is stopping the strategy. So essentially, check that when we have all the orders, we get the message that is all orders created. After that, the bot stopped, so stop command initialized, and after we call the stop command, the onStop is called, because now we are see here stopping the strategy. So that's the flow of how you can code like a custom kill switch. You can add any condition, or you can add multiple conditions that can stop the bot. But well, that's essentially the first part of this session. Remember, the 2 scripts are buy only 3 times example, and download candles are like 2 main scripts that are doing that. For these download candles, I will probably make another improvement soon that I did in my local environment now. But essentially, now the old example lets you download like multiple trading pairs, well, a lot of stuff there. But what I would like to add now is that instead of downloading a quantity of max records for each candle, I'm just creating a new variable that will be days to download, and depending on different time frames, is going to download the quantity of records that you need to match like the time frames or the quantity of records that you need for, like, for example, I don't know, 3 hours, 1 hour, 1 minute. Because 1 minute you are going to need much more records than in 1 hour. So well, now you have to do the calculations by yourself. So this new change will let you like say I want to download 3 candles or 30 days. Will make the maths for you with this conversion. So this will be soon in the code base too. Well, that's essentially the part of kill switch. For Telegram integration, there are several steps that you will need to do. So first of all, we're going to create the Telegram bots, then add the bots to a folder, enable Telegram in Hummingbot, check the chat ID when we are sending the first message, and then create a periodic report in the script. So first, let's go to Telegram. Telegram does not end-to-end encryption, but store plain text in the server. Well, from my point of view, in terms of security, it's like I'm only sending messages of report of the strategy, so I'm not managing credentials or anything special. So from my point of view, in that case, I don't care so much about the security here, because it's just like reporting of my bot. Here we have BotFather. This is like the guy that you have to talk. As you can see, yesterday I created 2 bots. This is the token that you should keep secret, because this is the token that you will need to use. And this is the token that you are going to put in your Hummingbot instance. So that's like one barrier of security that you have to just only be you, the one that is sending the messages. And the second barrier is the chat ID that is you that is sending the messages that we are going to see in a while. So to access the bot, this is not enough. So for example, if now you try to connect Hummingbot with my HTTP API with this token, my bot is going to be connected to your Hummingbot instance, but I can't send you messages because the chat ID is not the one that is allowed. So that is what we should be like doing in a while, right? So well, I created one bot. To create a new bot is very easy. You have to talk with BotFather and say, hey, I want a new bot, and then select the name of the bot. Let's call it HBot demo 3. So then, good luck. The username is alright. How you want to call the bot is HBot demo 3 bot. This is like the name that I'm going to use. So, yeah, it says yes, it is related to security concern. Yeah, the thing is that the API keys, you should put the API keys in the bot directly or manage them in folders or with secrets. I don't know which is the way that you are deploying, but I think that is much more better to have the API keys. But you will need to connect the API keys directly from the bot because Telegram won't start if you don't have that strategy running. So you will need to do that. You don't have to pass anything. The only things that you are going to send via Telegram are commands like start, stop, config. You can also change, I don't know, ask for status report and we'll send you the status of the bot, or you can receive periodic updates as we are going to do now. So those are like the use cases that we are going to have. So well, I have this new API key. This is the last API key that I have. So well, now we finish like the first part, that is create Telegram bots by talking with BotFather. This is like ready for now. The second one is add bots to a specific folder. This is optional, but I recommend you to do it because it's more will be more you will have a better organization with that. So as you can see here in Telegram, I have here a bot folder that I have here. As you can see, is where I have all these bots organized. Every bot has like a command bar here, so you can start, stop, check the status, ask for the history. For example, the new bot that we created here says, hey, you want to chat with a new bot? me, and here we click start, so the bot is started. And now the new bot that we have is going to be added. We are going to add that to the folder bots. So here I'm going to add HBot demo 3. And that is how now we have the 3 bots here in the same Telegram folder. Well, we have the first 2 steps ready. That is create the Telegram bots by talking with BotFather and add bots to a specific folder. Now we have to enable Telegram in Hummingbot, right? Well, for this I created a new folder inside the desktop because I'm going to use the deploy examples of desktop cdtg demo code. Okay, so for this I used the deploy examples of multiple bots that is in the repo. Is this one, deploy examples multiple Hummingbot. So I use this one that has multiple Hummingbot instances with a gateway, but I removed the gateway. So you can do the same. You can remove the gateway, and the 2 bots are going to be here. So as you can see, it's like the same stuff. One change that I made is that I'm using my custom image of a Hummingbot because I have ARM. So now we have Hummingbot 1, Hummingbot 2, and we created a new one. So let's call it Hummingbot 3. So let's add a new one here. Hummingbot 3. Hummingbot 3. And here we're going to change the Hummingbot files to Hummingbot 3. All right. Well, that's the setup. As you can see here, the Hummingbot files 2 are here. The Hummingbot files 1 are here. So let me remove all these and let's start from scratch to show you like the full setup of Hummingbot from Docker and Telegram from scratch. So we have this compose file that has the bot that we want to run. Essentially, this is going to create 3 folders: Hummingbot files 1, 2, and 3. And once we have the 3 folders, we are going to be able to access the bots and all that stuff. So to run this, let's create a terminal. Now it's like already here from this side. So run docker compose app-g, and as you can see, the 3 bots started. And here at the left, now we can see that we have the folders for Hummingbot files 1, Hummingbot files 2, and Hummingbot files 3, right? And inside this TG demo, we have the 3 Hummingbot instances that we want. So let's go to the terminal and run docker attach Hummingbot 1. And we have to put the password. This is like the first time that we'll need to put the password, and then the password will be stored inside these Hummingbot files, so we don't have to put the password again. So we can I will put an A as a password, the classic password. Well, now we are here in the bot. So the first thing that we will need to do is to connect the bot to Telegram. So to do so, we are on config Telegram mode, enter, and then we have to put, let me open, and now we have to put Telegram enabled. And it says, what is your Telegram token? This Telegram token is the one that BotFather gives to you. So, well, this is my token. And then says, what is your Telegram chat ID? In the documentation, you have like the path to check the Telegram ID. In my case, I don't care because I prefer to don't do it and then ask for the bot for my Telegram ID. So I will put a Telegram ID of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's all. So now we have the bot connected. It should be able to listen to Telegram, but it's not going to work. Why? Because the chat ID that I put is not right. So the bot should reject the messages that received from another Telegram chats. So what I'm going to do is to run create. Let's create a dummy strategy, pure market making, Binance paper trade, Ethereum, BTC, 0.5, 0.5, 20 seconds, 0.5. No, yeah, well, now we have configure market making 1. Well, now that we have this, we have to run start. When we run start, check that says Telegram notifier, Telegram is listening. So that means that Telegram should be listening to my messages. If I go back to Telegram and I go to bot 1 and I click on stop, where is it? It's here. Check that says here that the bot says rejecting unauthorized message from 481175164. What happens? I sent a message from my chat ID that is different than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that was the chat ID that I put before, because I didn't know which was my chat ID. So now I know that this is my chat ID. So what I have to do is to run config Telegram chat ID and change it to 481175164. So that's my chat ID now. Well, now we are all set up. So we are going to kill this bot, and we are going to do the same for the second bot. I just put the new chat ID, and I'm going to do the same for the second bot now. So what I'm going to do is to run docker attach Hummingbot 2. That is the second bot. I'm going to put the password again. Password, re-enter the password. Okay. Now I have to do the same config Telegram mode. The good thing is that once you do this the first time, it's like ready, and now we are going to see which is the file that has this configuration that you can use. So select the desired Telegram mode. Let's put Telegram enabled. Telegram token. I have the token for the second bot. That is this one. Boom. And Telegram chat ID. Well, I don't know. Let's see. Let's do the same steps. So if you have any doubt, I did it 2 times. So now let's run create pure market making Binance paper trade if 0.5 0.5 50 seconds 0.5 now okay, now we have the same strategy and we have to run start. Will appear that Telegram is listening again, and we should see that the bot 2, that is this one, if we send start or start, here we are saying, hey, rejected an authorized message from this one too. So we have to again change the chat ID to our chat ID. So let's run config telegram chat ID is 48117516 Seems like it's okay. And now let's kill the bot, this bot too. So well, what we did right now was we enter in the instances, we configure the Telegram chat ID, and now it's all set. If we go here to conf, you will see that here in conf client, if you check this Telegram mode, there's one configuration that is Telegram mode, and here says which is the Telegram token, that is the one that we were using, and which is the chat ID that you were looking at. So the thing that I'm trying to mention here is that these steps are like a little bit complicated the first time, but once you have a bot configured, like the first time, you have some this is not going to change. So if you are deploying Hummingbot and you want to deploy this in different servers or change the versions, you should keep the conf client or this part of the conf client, so you don't have to do all the steps manually again, right? So that's the only thing that I have to say about this. So now let's run docker compose down. Let's stick just with 2 clients instead of 3 because I don't want to connect the third one. So let's remove this. And well, as we know, well, let's put the config password is an A. So this will make that the bot puts the password for me the first time, so I don't have to put the password like this. So now let's run docker compose app-d again, and the 2 containers are created. Yeah. Well, let's go to the terminal and see what happens here. So we have docker attach Hummingbot 1. It's Hummingbot 1, sorry, uno is in Spanish. Here, as you can see, nothing happens, no spreadsheet running. The bot is not doing like nothing. So I don't know if I can send import. I think that I have to wait until the Telegram listener starts when a spreadsheet starts. So probably if you want to really do this, we will need to do an auto start to really have the bot running when you run docker compose up. So let's do that. It's better if we do that because we already have a strategy. So to do the auto start, we have to here, let's run docker compose down. Oh, fuck. So docker compose down. Let's make the auto start. So this will be config file path, and this will be conf pure market making one.yaml. That is like the name of the strategy that we added. And was the same name for the 2 strategies, I think. So let's confirm. Hummingbot 1 conf strategies. This is the strategy that we are using, so is that one. So this should auto start the bot with this strategy automatically. So let's run docker compose app-d, and the bots are starting now. Let's go to the terminal. Let's attach the terminal, and let's see. Well, it seems like it doesn't want to auto start the bot. Let's see if I made a mistake with the config. The auto start should be the same. Sorry, config file name. Sorry, this is config file name, it's not config file path. Config file name. Yeah, you can auto start with a script. I'm going to do it now. In a while, I'm going to add a custom script and auto start the custom script. Config file name. This was the error that I made. Docker compose down, Docker compose up -d, Docker attach Hummingbot 1. As you can see now, the Telegram notifier is activated. We are running conf pure market making 1. We have the orders placed, so we have status. You will see that we have the orders, well, all of the stuff. So now let's go to the interesting part, that is checking if this is working or not working. So as you can see, I can now ask for status, and it's going to return the status. I can ask for a history, and says, hey, there is no trade draw. I can check to the bot 2 and do the same. Check for status, because that bot started too. I can ask for the history too. I can, for example, now that I have here the bot, is the bot 1. As you can see, every time that I send a message, for example, status, the bot 1 says Telegram input status and returns a status. If I run history, the same. Telegram input history, node pass trade to report. If I want to stop the strategy, just click here on stop, and says Telegram input stop, canceling all the orders. So the strategy is stopped. If I want to start, the bot is starting again. So as you can see, this is pretty amazing. You can control your bot via Telegram, and you can do it from your cell phone or whatever you want. Personally, I use a lot the iPad to do so. I like to use the iPad, so well, that is one thing. But also, another thing that is important is that I can stop. And this is, if you click here on config, you will see that you are like checking all the configurations, like the global configurations, like the strategy configurations, and all that stuff. What I can do is that, as that is what I said, that this was created but never like improved. I can send commands. All the things that I send to the bot are appearing here. So if I said now, for example, config ask spread from Apple Watch, I don't know, I had the Apple Watch here, but I didn't try it. So config ask spread, and I put 0.01%. Now, new configuration saved, as spread 0.01, and if I start the bot again, now I should be seeing like a little bit of trading, because the ask was very high. But now the bot is starting with the updated configuration. So for the ones that are running strategies that wants to do like manual control of your parameters, this can be something pretty cool. And the good thing is that that I would like to mention too is that and why I think that this can be a potential very cool feature to continue improving in Hummingbot and don't leave it as this, is that we can create, like, instead of using this status that is like the normal status for the terminal that you are seeing very cool, the status in the terminal, we can create a method that will be a command that will be Telegram status, and creates like the reports specific for the Telegram display output. We can create like new commands for configuring scripts and all that stuff. So this is what I have from this. Now I'm going to show, because Tolkiendy asked, hey, can I auto start a script? Yeah, you can do it. So for example, let's check one of the scripts that we have here. Let's imagine that we are trying to auto start this simple pure market making strategy. Let's create a new one here. Well, first, let's stop this. Docker compose down. So let's add a new file here that will be pmm v1. Let's call it, I don't know, .py. We're going to add this code here. So with this code, we are like seeing here. So what I'm trying to mention with this is that, or what I would like to show you how you can use Telegram in your favor. It's like this is something that happens to me also. I'm very like when I'm running bots, I'm very excited and I want to check the bot all the time. What I want to know what is he doing. He's like a child. So the point is that you cannot ask status all the time. You want to see like, hey, what happens in the last, I don't know. So sending a custom report or a periodic report every X time can be something pretty cool because you can have a report of your market making strategy every 1 hour. So that can be really interesting for you. And well, that is what we are going to do now. So this method that is notify HBot app with timestamp, that is here in the strategy of simple pure market making. Well, you have here two methods in the cheat sheet. They appear too. You have notify and notify HBot app and notify with timestamp. With timestamp sends you the timestamp when the message is like created. So in this case that we have here this did field order method, every time that we get a field, the bot should send a message. But suppose that we also want to generate like a periodic message here. We can do it. We can do so too. So imagine that we are going to add a new variable that will be here. I don't know. Report interval, and this will be, for example, in seconds. So let's say that he's going to send a report every 30 seconds, and last report interval is equal to 0. Suppose that is this. So here we're going to say if self that last report interval is lower than self that current timestamp. If the last report interval is lower than the current timestamp, now self that notify, this is like the code that we have to write, notify up with message. Notify up with message, and here message will be, let's call it like custom report every 30 seconds. Custom periodic report. Unless this is cool. If you are sending reports, probably you would like to work with like this, and then put this here and this here and this here, and let's say that you are going to say price is equal to self that connectors. Let's use this one. So suppose that now we want to only log the price, but this is open up to you. Is all the things that you want to show are available for you in the bot. And then we are going to send the message up, and we're going to update self that last report interval is going to be equal to self that report interval plus self that current timestamp. Right? Well, that's the script that I'm going to create. So as you can see here, the bot 1 now has this script here. So if I want to auto start the script, that was one of the questions of the chat, is how I can auto start this script is going here and run pmm b1.py. So this is very easy. If you are starting a strategy, you will need to add the YAML that is configuring the strategy. If you are auto starting a script, you will need to put here the name of the script that you want to auto start. So now let's go to a terminal, check that Docker compose down is ready. Okay, we don't have any project, so it's all clean. And we can run Docker compose app -d again, and this is going to be created for us. So let's check if it's all working. As you can see here, the strategy is PMM B1, so it's all good. And here we have custom periodic report with the price. So if we go here to Telegram, we can see that we have our custom periodic report with the price here. So this is that's why I mentioned that it's pretty cool. You can have like custom messages or custom reports from your bots in this case I put 30 seconds because I want to show you that you can receive 2 messages. Here we have the second message in the same minute, so it's all working perfectly. Well, that's essentially how it works. We have here the custom report, and this is cool because in this case it's very dummy example. I'm just sending the price every 30 seconds just to demonstrate how it works. But I think that probably you would like to send, I don't know, every hour, quantity of buy trades, quantity of sell trades, P&L. So well, that's all for today. I hope that you like it and it's useful for you.